my friend, it's Pat Sloan here on Thursday. This is the last part of the Quilted Witch. We're going to do that, but I'm going to do some other things first. It is Flapjack Day. Now, we did the Flapjack block for, pancakes. For those who are like, what's a flapjack? Pancakes. The pancake block for the Breakfast Club. But we also, in 2022, did a quilt along called Flapjack. And this is the quilt that I did from the pattern. It's a free pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop using fat eighths. It was super fun, and I'm sure a bunch of you did this one because I remember we had Quilt Parade. So if you today would show any of your Flapjack blocks, or if you want to re-show your block from the Breakfast Club, we'll have a little fun Flapjack Day. Then maybe you can make breakfast for dinner, right? Do you do that? Do you enjoy that? I saw this funny little meme or something that said, I used to think my parents were really fun when we had breakfast for dinner, but they were actually just tired. Easy to do for your kids, right? Another fun thing is that Baby Lock is running a sale on sewing machines. Yay! So if you are looking at a Baby Lock like the Jazz or the Jubilant or any of the other ones, or some others that are bigger that are on sale, you can go to our friends, my good friends at Sewing Parts Online, and use the discount code BLNQM, Quilt Month. And that will show you what the discount is. So you just put the thing in your shopping cart, put the code in, and then it'll do the discount, because it varies a little bit. So they couldn't just give me one amount. So that's really cool. You can go over, and if you really have been eyeing one of those machines, this is the time to do it. The Jubilant, I did it for the Jubilant, which is the smaller machine. It's a great travel machine or a second machine to have, particularly like if you have an embroidery machine and it's doing embroidery, you can do your piecing on a Jubilant, take it to retreats, take it to vacation, take it outside and sew, because you can pick it up and move it. Yeah. Okay, so that is something you want to get in on. And my friends at Sewing Parts Online are also doing a 10% discount for all of you that are in my community. So just for my community, you use Sloan Zone. Link is in the description box where the coupon code Sloan Zone, SLOANZONE, and you do that and you get 10%. It's off most things, not the big ticket items, like a machine or furniture, but everything else. Your batting, the fabric, books, needles, rulers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you want to take advantage of that. This is such a wonderful thing that they are giving my community. Mwah! I also saw this super cute pattern, free pattern from my friend Joanna at Fig Tree. It is darling. Now I printed it off. I printed mine off, and it finishes to a 6-inch block. So you could do a couple of them for 4 block, a 12-inch block, or, make it a table runner from them. Super cute. So you want to go ahead and use the link in my description box below, and you can download that. And while we're talking about fabric, we always talk about fabric, right? The other morning on our live chat, when we chat before the video starts, we somehow got onto music and disco, the disco era. And I had mentioned that I had been listening to the Bee Gees the other night. And so we kind of went on a fun little chat tangent before the video started with the group that's there. And our ambassador Laura mentioned that the Brady Bunch, the Maureen from the Brady Bunch, the actress, sews. I think a lot of you know that now. And Moda Fabric picked up her designs, which are all kind of 70s vibe. And so that's what this is, one of them. Plus there's a free pattern that goes with this. But wanted to show you this groovy fabric. Now, friend Julie in the UK sent me something. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. This is so pretty. She said she'd been watching my videos since 2020, when I think a large portion of you decided to start watching my videos. Then she wanted to send me something that is things that she thought represented stuff that we talk about here on the videos and do in the group. So she sent me the British version of the Gummy Bears. I have not seen these. I have never seen these. It says, set the juice loose. Jelly babies. Okay, so I'm excited about that. She found pink flamingo. I didn't peek. I only opened the end. But the pink flamingo wrapping paper. So what is in here? What is in here? Woo! Oh my goodness. Look! The Breakfast Club socks. Oh my goodness. These are so darling. These are so darling. And there is, let's see. What is it? Oh, it's a mushroom magnet. So cute with the little face. And this looks like, it looks like a bag. It's probably like a shopping bag. Yeah, it's a shopping bag in there with the same cute little mushroom guy. I just adore him. If you're watching my video today, there will be a mushroom quilt with mushroom shapes. Nothing you've seen yet though. Not from me, from a buddy of mine. And beautiful. Oh my gosh, Julie, this is gorgeous. Look at this little owl. Mwah. You are all so amazing, Julie. You are so sweet to send this to me and so thoughtful to think of all the things that we talk about here. Oh, okay. And while I was taping this, the mail came and I had got a sweet card from Ronnie in Canada. So this is an international mail day, and she was down in Florida to see her granddaughter compete in some competitions, and she picked up a Starbucks card from me while she was there. Thank you, thank you, thank you for thinking of me while you were off doing vacation. I'm just so honored, so honored. Mwah. All right. I need to sew a row of block a day of the toffee bars. So what I'm going to do is make the next couple blocks and lay them out there, show the row, and then sew it. So that can come off the wall so I can put the quilted witch up there. Well, I need 3 blocks. So I've got 1, almost 2, and then I'm working on the 3rd one to go up there. And then I can get that 3rd horizontal row done, and I will show you here in a second. Just let me finish sewing those blocks. So I have 3 blocks and the layout because I want to be sure that I'm putting the directions of the little colored squares the right way so that it looks like what I want it to look like in the end. And what I'm going to do is get the other camera. There we go. So, oh, so cool, so cool, so cool. Okay, so I've got all the things going the right way. I have all the stripes going this way, and then I'm following the diagram for where I want the light squares to go, and they are going to run. You'll see the light squares run along the outside, and that's how the placement is. Plus a tip here, if you have room on your design wall, stick your pattern right up there so you just have it exactly where you are, particularly on this one because I'm looking to see that those positions are where they should be. So okay, so this is looking good. Just a note, when you're doing your setting triangles, they are going to have this little tail, and I sew from the straight edge where they're even down here and have the tail end where I'm finishing. So that's how I always set it up. Here is how the row is before you attach them, and I highly recommend that you lay them out. If you were to reverse this, it wouldn't look right, like if you had it flipped around. Let me just show you. You can see right away these guys, like, and there's the other one sticking. I didn't move everything, but see, if you put it there wrong, it's definitely wrong. So you know to flip it around. So now they're back correct. And what I'm going to do is very carefully take the corner, lay it on top of the longer piece, and then I'll pin it. And this way I know I'm not moving or shifting. These intersections are what you want to key on. I find that it's easier to get these locked in first rather than, sometimes visually it can be a little confusing to try to get out at the ends because of the setting triangles. But if you're here at these 4 patches, you know you've locked it in properly. So I would just take this, flop it down, and I'm going to take those 4 patches, which are navy and the pink stripe for me. So a navy, and a pink stripe, a navy and a pink stripe. So I know I am exactly where I need to be. Same over here, navy, pink stripe, then the pink stripe, and the navy. And so at this point, I will pin from here, from these center ones, these 4 patches, then pin out to the edge. Okay, so pin out to the edge. So this is what it'll look like, you know, pinning. So, and then sew it. So then I'll have those 2 long ones put together. And we're on our way. We'll have 3 rows. So exciting. Here's starting where I just want to show you again what this looks like. So this is what it should be looking like when you're starting to sew. If for some reason you did still get it flipped around, these won't be matching up like this. And so stop, take it apart, put it on the wall. So I am pinning. Here are those 4 patches right here. So I've got them pinned. Then I pinned out to the end. And this is what it looks like on the end. Here it is. So I will be sewing right from here and across in my 1/4 inch seam. And then I need to do down the other side and get this all pinned. And I take it from that 4 patch, that navy and stripe 4 patch first. What the heck? I've got like a bent needle. What the heck? Can you see that? Can you see that? That's bent. That's what the heck? Why is that in there? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's the top edge. I'll peek underneath. See, here's the top edge, and we're working across in diagonal rows. So they are so easy. If you have not ever done diagonal rows, then you will have a lot of fun with this, because it really lets you see how simple and easy it can be. And of course, these are really easy blocks to be working with. Later on, we will do a half square triangle, like a triangle, you know, cut a square in half, that will go here. But I don't put those on until later. You could do yours now if you wanted. I just tend to put them on at the end. Okay, so there we go. I think 1 more than up to today's date. Okay, our next thing is the Quilted Witch, the last section. And so I need to put the Quilted Witch up on the wall. She is right there in that box. So I'm excited to get the very last part done. Before I put the witch up there, I decided that earlier today that I needed to cut some batting. And I can't really, I mean, I can cut it down here, but I store the batting roll in a closet upstairs. I have 1 closet with seasonal things and some quilt stuff in it. And so the batting is upstairs, and I cut it on the bed. So I just thought I would do it, show you rolling it out of the bed and what I have to do, because I think that a lot of you do the same thing. It is not easy in my space to clear it to cut batting. In order to cut batting, I do it upstairs on the bed. That seems to be the easiest way for me to handle it. And so I have a roll, and I just will, you know, roll it off on the bed. And then I usually bring whatever quilt top I have. This is the Breakfast Club, but I also have the canning jars, which is about this big. And I have the table runner to all based. This is doubled. See, the batting is doubled. So I'm using Warm Company batting, 80/20. I love it. It's nice. It's thin. So that's what I do. I'll just lay this out here, and then if this is wide enough, this will be wide enough. You know, one length of the bed, because this does 2 right now, right? So I've got this one, and then the canning jars is about the same size, so that's the second half of this batting. And then I'm just going to push it out to the bed, which would be enough for the table runner. So I'll just take that cut and take it downstairs. There it is, everything but this section right here, which isn't very much, just that 1 section on the bottom. If you're new here or just joining back, this is what we've been sewing, and I'm sewing it minus the witch. What I did was a Quilted Witch's garden layout. So here's my layout, which you can download, and it's a companion to the book. You need the book because a lot of the pieces are, all the blocks, a lot of the sashing pieces, all the sizes are in the book. I just give you the additional ones that I did. So the bottom section is basically these, like these twinkle stars that are under the broom. But you got to follow my layout for it because I had to condense it because mine's not as wide as the original quilt. And then instead of the broom, you know, I have a little row of checkerboards down there. And so in the pattern, you are on page 10 to do this. Now you might have to make an additional little twinkle star. I think you do. And I think you might have a couple extra of the other little size small stars because I basically use the same number of things as the book had. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut the pieces per what I have here and then show it to you. And I'm going to do my little checkerboard as background with oranges and browns. So it'd be alternating so that it's sort of light rather, but you could do it as like a heavier line where you could do like 2 colors and not use any background in there. But I want that lightness, so I will have a background and another color, background, another color, and go along. Maybe we'll put some teal in there too. Maybe we'll do like all the colors. I might actually see if I had any more of that glittery, well, you can't see it, can you? That glittery dot on the top left. I might see if I have some more of that to bring down here. I think that would be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to cut them and move the little stand there and show you what it looks like. There it is mocked up. Oh, okay, let me pull back a little bit more. So I really like getting that teal in there. That is so good. I don't have a lot of that, just a little bit left. A lot of it's on the light, and I used the dark in that star. So here we go. Look. All right, so these have to be sewn. Now when you're doing these stars from the book, you're following, there's 2 different layouts for the little stars in the book, and so you've got 3 of one and 3 of the other, and that's exactly what I did. And then I've got this bigger size here and here of the spacer, and then we have these smaller spacers, which I show you on my layout because this is a little bit tighter up, like I said, than what's in the book. Okay, I'm going to sew this, and it is almost 7 p.m. and so that means I will wrap up this video tomorrow with a change of clothing. So what I do is take this little strip of the squares and add it to the bottom piece first before I add this to the whole unit up above. That way I only have to do 1 unit to here. Otherwise, if I first did this to the big unit, then I have to again sew that to the big unit. So this is simpler. It just keeps it simpler all around. All right, my friend, it is the next day. I had to go out and do errands. It is the afternoon of the next day. I went and got my hair cut. Ta-da! I got a haircut. Yay, it's been a little while. It needed trimmed. I wanted it to grow even more because I was trying to get it enough for her to work with. Last time she had some, but this time she had much more to work with. So that's what I waited extra long to go back. So I feel good. Okay, the Quilted Witch. Let's wrap this day up. Here it is, this side, the whole side. I'm going to hold it up. There we go. Woo! My goodness, it is a long quilt. I don't know, I'm not going to hold like this so you can see the bottom half. There. Of course, the chair is in the way. Okay, here we go. So here's the bottom half, but it is long. I'm 5'4", and I'm standing with my arms stretched all the way up, and it's about touching the ground. So it is a nice long piece. Now, for next Thursday, we're going to do a wrap-up of the Quilted Witch. I will sew this to that, and then I'll put a little border on, and I'll talk about backing. Yeah, okay. And then you're going to work on your block a day to get that moved ahead if you haven't worked on it for a bit. This time it's because it's 2 different blocks, and a lot of you are doing them very much with the same fabrics like I am. You know, not a lot of different fabrics, so you might be doing a couple at a time. Okay, and Greg is working on something on the front door, so if you hear some banging, that's what it is. So, okay, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.